setting up a robust English opening structure, aiming for flexible piece development and potential queenside pressure. Embracing the center, black immediately stakes a claim, creating an open, dynamic battleground. Developing the knight here quickly stakes a claim in the center and prepares further pawn advances. Opening up lines for the bishop and preparing for a solid pawn structure, this move signals a more defensive posture. Preparing fianchetto, this move subtly prepares to control the long diagonal, anticipating a potential kingside attack later. Opening the f-file so aggressively invites immediate tactical complications and potential weaknesses around your king. Opening the central highway now exerts immediate pressure on black's ambitious pawn thrust. Black boldly grabs central space, inviting pawn tension and potential tactical fireworks. Challenging black's central pawn chain now seems essential before it solidifies, though it might open lines to white's own king. Developing the knight to f6, this move offers the kingside pawn shield a welcome defender and prepares to challenge the center. Developing the bishop now prepares to castle and aims to pressure black's advanced pawn structure. Opening that central file dramatically alters the pawn structure and invites immediate tactical skirmishes, a bold decision. Reclaiming the pawn opens a vital diagonal for your queen and bishop, while subtly challenging black's advanced central pawn. Unlocking the kingside is a bold gambit, opening lines but potentially weakening your monarch's safety. Securing the king behind castled pawns offers valuable shelter from any immediate central threats. The bishop now activates, eyeing the long diagonal and reinforcing the central pawn chain. Unleashing the center, white boldly advances, aiming to pry open lines for piece activity and potential king attacks. Opening a vital central file for the rook, but sacrificing immediate pawn presence for potential king safety issues. Suddenly, the knight targets the exposed f7 square, threatening a swift mating attack. Castling now solidifies the king's safety amidst the pawn storm, a wise precaution. Unleashing knights to the central void suddenly shifts the initiative, threatening squares around black's isolated king. Black reclaims the pawn, opening a diagonal for the queen but potentially exposing their king. Swapping rooks immediately opens the f-file for your own advantage, a calculated risk given black's slightly exposed king. Reclaiming the queen after the exchange immediately addresses the open file and prepares to contest the center. Clearing lines for your knight offers immediate attacking potential. Bringing a knight to c6 develops a piece, contesting the center and preparing further queenside action. Opening the diagonal for the dark-squared bishop unlocks crucial attacking avenues. Developing the bishop to f5 directly challenges white's knight and aims to disrupt their central control and pawn structure. Unifying queenside pieces, this repositions the monarch's protector for central influence. Reactivating the rook on the e-file, challenging white's bishop and potentially opening lines for central pressure. Instantly disrupting black's knight coordination and eyeballing the weak f7 pawn. Sacrificing the exchange here disrupts white's central control and opens a critical path towards the enemy monarch. A decisive check forcing the black king to reveal its defensive weaknesses. Shielding the king from the aggressive bishop's influence, black prioritizes pawn structure over immediate tactical engagement. A decisive fork, exploiting the pinned knight and sacrificing material for immediate royal threat. Sacrificing the queen to escape immediate checkmate, though it leaves black's king exposed to lingering threats. Gaining material dictates, prioritizing piece development, and securing the king's safety in the ensuing exchanges. Pushing the rook down the open file aims to disrupt white's piece coordination, but it leaves the king exposed. This repositioning of the queen aims to secure the 8th rank and potentially launch a counterattack. Uncovering the white king's exposed position, this capture dramatically reshapes the central conflict. Shielding the king from further threats and consolidating the rook's potential pressure on the d-file creates a more secure, yet still complicated middle game. The knight's venture aims to disrupt white's queen threatening a checkmate discovery. Reclaiming the open file decisively shores up white's queenside and prepares a rook lift. The rook, now a clear aggressor on the third rank, seeks to exploit the exposed king and potential pawn breakthroughs. Securing the g-file now allows for deeper penetration and suffocating black's coordination. A desperate attempt to tie down the white queen and disrupt white's coordination. Focusing on the compromised king's safety, this retreat offers a sliver of breathing room amidst black's pervasive activity. Exposing the king further, this aggressive thrust into white's territory creates immediate tactical chaos. Retreating the queen to e2 concedes the d-file and allows black's bishop to dominate the center. Presents a forcing check that disrupts white's carefully constructed pawn wall and exploits the pinned bishop.